All right, Volunteer Roadshow. I'm your host, Jason E. Jones, and my co-host, David
What's going on,
Newcomb. What's
Jason?
up, David?
I'm doing
How you
fantastic.
doing,
You?
brother? I'm
Sir, yes,
doing
sir.
Voltastic, brother. I'm doing Voltastic. Now, there was a team that started out 1-4, and everybody wanted to give up on them. They had a coach, and they were ready to run him back to another state south of us that we can't mention. Then all of a sudden, a little meeting happened. In a little place called a team came together and has won 5 of 6.
Yeah.
Who is that
On
team?
some team in Knoxville, Tennessee, I believe.
That's right, brother. That is right. That is right, my friend. Um, so
Yes.
tell me real quick, with our boy, with our brother Billy Ratliff. What a great time we had. Appreciate everybody again for coming out to the Tap House. We hope to see even more people this Saturday. It should be a great called Vandy. We'll get into that in a moment. But real quick, David, tell me what it feels like to win 4 in a row and
And I
five.
haven't felt like this since 2016. That special season we had. All we had to do was win that one more game at South Carolina, and then we would have, we'd have played Alabama in Atlanta for the SEC championship. But it's a fantastic time. It's an awesome time to be a Tennessee Volunteer fan right now. We've, like you said, that 1-4 start. I just throw the towel in, end it. But every week this team just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and listening to the coaches, learning their assignments, practicing very very hard, and it's showing on the field that these guys are working their tails off. And as a fan, I'm very excited for the future of the University of Tennessee football program is headed in.
So, David, tell me right now, for this season, I'm not gonna give you a softball. The easy one would be the MVP of this year would be Juwan Jennings. I want you to give me a player, and not just, I want you to tell me about a player that has impacted this team like nobody else. That each week has continued to just be the glue that holds the Vol Nation and
Well,
Tennessee football.
automatically you have to throw it. Of course, we done said it. Jerry Garantano and Jawan Jennings and Marquez Callaway. He's a leader as a team captain, but he's kind of the seems like he's kind of the quiet type, kind of in the just quietly in the. But it's probably on the defensive side of the ball with Daniel Batuli. That guy is a beast. It's just like every week he's getting, man, it seems like 75, 80 tackles a game. I lost he really had. I mean, he's really, really, really stepped it up, and I just wish we could have him one more season. So it's probably on the defensive side of the ball besides the offensive captain. It's probably going to be Daniel Batuli.
Um, you hit it right on the head, brother. That is exactly who I'm thinking of, is Daniel Batuli. Missed the first 2 games. As we say, and he puts the guys in the positions to make plays. If you're a defensive tackle and you're supposed to be shaded over, he's going to move you over there because he's been in the system. It seems like since, and that is, I mean, you can't say enough about Daniel Batuli. I mean, the things that we don't see as fans, the things that he is doing out there as far as the leadership. And here's the great thing about Daniel Batuli is you never hear about his name in the papers. You never hear about him doing stuff that isn't of the highest character. He's the kind of kid that you want to date your daughter, whatever. It's just a tribute to his family and the kind of person that you watch him, when he does his interviews, just really carries himself the way we as a University of Tennessee, and Daniel Batuli has just been amazing. I mean, just absolutely amazing, and you just can't say enough about him. I mean, he continues every week to make those big plays. Look what he did against Side Punt, David, and then recovers it himself.
That's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
And if you notice too,
it is.
If you've noticed too, when Daniel's on the sideline, I don't know if they run special packages for Daniel, but at times when Henry To'o's on the field by himself, he takes up that leadership role and he's slapping a guy on the asses, putting them in their spot. True freshman, man, that's pretty impressive. So I'm excited. I'd love to have Daniel for 20 more years, but if we got somebody like To'o that's going to step up and just fill that role right in that linebacker position.
And that leads me into my next question. How valuable is Henry Toa or Tua or whatever, Mr. Henry T? How valuable for the University of Tennessee?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time a true freshman come straight in out of high school and come in and the dude's a baller. The dude's not afraid to hit. He's not afraid of contact. That's one thing these kids these days, they want to tackle with the arms. Man, he's leading with his whole body. And that's one thing I've been waiting to see for years. So I think he's ready to go.
I've got a freshman in mind right now from 2007. You may have heard of him. His name is Eric Berry. Man, that's to be in the Reggie White. There's the Peyton Manning, Reggie White, and then just below, and I think I'm okay with saying this.
Oh yeah,
is Eric Berry and the studs like Jamal Lewis and another. The only freshman I can think of on defense would be like an Eric Berry. But again, Eric Berry's in the secondary. You got a guy that's out there in the trenches. It's incredible, and it just really shows what Jeremy Pruitt's done as far as recruiting to go into these homes of these kids and go, hey, this is what's happening at Tennessee. We're building something. Let's not kid ourselves, folks. You come to Tennessee for a degree, but you also come to Tennessee to take that next step to the NFL. Until 2013, Tennessee had of any school out there since like 66 to 2013. Since they started doing the draft. So, I think what Jeremy Pruitt does is he comes on here, and I'm a linebacker whisperer. Just follow along with me. All right, so getting to the game here, Tennessee's 3-5. That was a huge win. And me and David talked about it. We really wanted to be up there. It was like 30-something degrees. Let me ask you how important it is for the last 2 weeks, including the bye, road wins against Kentucky and Missouri.
I was talking about it today and yesterday with guys at work. It don't matter where you go in the SEC. You get a road win in the SEC. It don't matter. Vanderbilt could be 0-9,000. Ole Miss, it does not matter. At Mississippi State, it does not matter. You go on the road in the SEC and you come back to Knoxville, Tennessee with a W. That's very impressive. Very impressive.
Now, let me ask you this, David. Crazy to believe that when Tennessee's starting to turn the train around, now we're having issues in special teams. What is going on with our kicker? I don't want to say what's going on with our kicker because let me tell you something, folks. If you've never kicked, I've never kicked, but if you've ever been outside and kicked anything and it's 30-something bud,
like a cannon going.
I wouldn't even put Samagli in there. But what's going on with our punting unit? Billy got mad the other night because I said punter you, and I was like, absolutely, man. Michael Polarty, the Colquitt brothers, Matt Darr. I mean, come on, just on and but it's crazy. Trevor Daniel. There's another name right there. I would love to see the program if punting is going to be the worst part of the team, which it can't be. You've got to be able to put an offense in a position to where 80 yards or more. You can't continue to put a football team in a position to feel like they're going to get the ball at midfield or they're 60 yards away. So what's your feelings on?
I don't know. I can't figure it out because we just really started struggling the last few games. I mean, from game 1 to what, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
We were doing actually pretty good. Yeah. But these last few games, I don't know if it's because it's road games, it's wintertime, it's a lot colder, and figure it out. I've just never seen a swing. Usually players don't regress towards the end of the season. Usually they step their game up further along the season. But the kicking game, you can't, like you said, we can't just throw Samagli under the bus on that one. They had good pressure up the middle on both block field goals. Cam Bush gave a little more block, and we basically left 9 points on the field Saturday against Missouri because we was driving, they wasn't stopping us. So,
Well, right now you have Paxton.
The punting situation, I don't know. I've thought about it some yesterday, and I can't figure it out. Like I don't.
Now we get into this bowl game, and the best case scenario, we're playing against an Iowa or an Iowa State or whatever. I mean, it's going to put them in some really good field position, and as well as we've been playing, we have to remember too, we're still a very young football team, and you start to put us back into a position where our defense 80 yards, they're covering out 50 yards, and they're having to, you're constantly being, pushed back, So what, all I know, man, is it's got to know what's going on there. They're going to have to improve what they're doing. So, We'll see. It's crazy to bring up punting and special teams, especially punting in Tennessee. Punters we put in the NFL. Moving along here, we defeat the Orange Pants with the Orange Pants.
Yeah, that's sweet.
How about that?
Did you see his face? Did you see his face? Like I think it was like either the first or the fourth quarter, or the middle of the fourth quarter. He was just so frustrated. The camera zoomed in on him. He was just like he was just. You can tell. I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it. He's eight. That's early, with the zone. And I thought, age has got a hold of him.
Yeah. It really. I think he was having flashbacks. Those weren't some of his good memories.
Every time they showed his face, I just laughed. I was just like,
wow. All right. So Tennessee goes on the road and defeats Missouri right on the road. Now on the road again. How do I put this? Okay, most people would say, wait, we don't have a 5-game SEC winning streak. But we have a 5-game – let me say – I knew I was going to mess this up. 5 SEC teams. There we go. There we go. Okay, so right now we have beaten Kentucky twice. Well, we beat Kentucky a lot more than twice. We beat Kentucky. We beat South Carolina. We beat Missouri. We beat Missouri. We beat Missouri. And it's about to be 6 when we put about 7. I'm hoping for.
Did you see the point spread they opened up with yesterday?
20. Wasn't it 20?
22 and a half. That's
22.
That's ESPN. ESPN had it 22 and a half.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. They may need to get PETA out there to protect. I don't know if the Commodore is an animal. They need to get out there and protect. But this could get ugly. But let's remember, this is Vanderbilt's bowl game right now. Listen, we've been through this stretch of what we've been through right now since 2000, and that was a great year. I was in basic training that year. I come out of basic training, and all of a sudden we just start tearing everybody up. But, we haven't won 10 games since 2007. So, and especially Georgia State and BYU. You got to come out against teams you're supposed to beat, and you got to put them down quick, because all you need to do is let a team believe that they can win. Biggest rival. We don't like them. They don't like us. And we're by far their biggest rival. These kids are going to have to understand that. They're going to have to lock it in. Quick. I would like to see in the first quarter something like 17-0. That's what I would like in the first quarter. That would be nice. And before we get away from it, the Mizzou game, 400 yards, Garantano threw. Blow your mind, bro. Blow your mind. 415 yards. Are you kidding me? 3 for the first time in Tennessee's history. Because me and you were coming back from Knoxville to Chattanooga, and we were trying to figure out. I was like, the last time 3 Tennessee receivers got over 100, maybe Alvin Harper, Carl Pickens, maybe back in those days, or Marcus Nash, Peerless Price,
Joey Kent.
And Joey Kent. It never happened before. It never happened, bro. And Josh Palmer, man, that kid is ridiculous. That kid has got so much talent. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous on 3 wide receivers for the first time in Tennessee history going over 100 yards.
That's mind-blowing. I mean, that's my favorite term for everything these days, mind-blowing. I mean, because at one point, I don't need to remind everybody, but we were sitting at 1-4. Setting it, think about this. Let this marinate in the oven for a bit. We was 1-4. I mean, again, just a little hot streak, and and then just all of a sudden 3 100-yard receivers in the same game. That just doesn't that doesn't even happen in Alabama. I think that just shows you what kind of level right now that Tennessee's really playing on is we're not, we're tired of taking it in the mouth now. Start throwing
back somebody in the mouth. It's time for the greatest fan base in college football to be rewarded with a product that we're all ready to more on board. I've never ever wavered from this team. I don't know what to say. I don't know how we got to this point. I think that a lot of say this for all your Alabama fans out there that are watching, or if you know an Alabama fan and you even remotely think about getting rid of Nick Saban right now? Have you lost your ever-loving minds? Have you not? It started in 2000, basically 8, and has made its way all the way today with a cast of characters. McDooley, Kiffin, movie too. So, but all right. So moving on here, bowl projections right now. Tennessee is projected by most people. We're looking at the Gator Bowl right now. That Texas A&M right now is kind of the one team, if we handle our business in Knoxville on Saturday, is the one team that is standing in our way of going to the obvious outside shot. I mean, it would take a miracle almost, but it's still on the tables is what's beautiful. The Citrus Bowl. But right now, what we would love to is to go to the Outback Bowl. What's going to end is going to have to lose to LSU. That would put Tennessee in a top 5 slot, and we would have a better record than Texas A&M. What it would do is it put us in some. You take the top 5 teams from the SEC, get the top tier bowls. From what I understand, it's the sugar, it's the orange, the citrus.
What did they do? What did they do with the Rose Bowl?
The Rose Bowl it goes back to, because it's not part this year, part of the playoff system. It goes back to the Big Ten versus Pac-16, whatever. Like, what did they say? Right now, it's looking like could be Utah versus like Penn State or something. Or Michigan.
That's a garbage game.
It would take actually Michigan. Yeah, Michigan would have to be used thinking about Michigan. I guess you'd say. I guess just because that shows what a settlement hardball is. But it would be Penn State, Ohio State, or maybe Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl versus Iowa. And we all remember what happened in 2015. I think we scored another touchdown just a second ago against Iowa. That was just we took it to Iowa and just put it on them and kept on going. So what is as far as the bowls go, tell me, where would you want to go and who would you want to play?
I want the Outback Bowl against Michigan. I'm not even thinking about the Gator Bowl with Texas or the Meineke Car Care Bowl against, Iowa State. I want Michigan after all them stupid ass comments Harbaugh's been making lately about the SEC. I want to punch them in the mouth for once.
Yeah. And how do you think that some would say are playing the best football they've been playing since he's been there?
And Tennessee's not playing the best we've ever played under Jeremy Pruitt. I mean,
true.
You got to think that's going to be two. That's going to be two. I'm not going to use the word powerhouses, but you're going to use two very highly motivated football teams going against each other. With the SEC, I think the SEC got top 10. I mean, top 10, probably top 8, top 7, 10. But I only want one Michigan.
Okay. So if you had a vote right now, you put Tennessee in the playoff.
Every year.
Steve Spurrier, and they were horrible. He put Duke in the top 25 in the coaches poll every year. I hate to do that and bring up Spurrier, but Hey, by the way, tell me about the flag behind you, and there's a gorgeous flag behind me. Tell me about that Tennessee flag and the historical significance.
What do you mean, where I got it from?
Yeah.
I had a family member send it to me, and I've had it for a couple of years from Iraq, and it means a lot.
Absolutely. That's beautiful, brother. That is beautiful.
You can actually go on Google and see a lot of the troops flying their team flags on their tanks and their helicopters and stuff, and that gets me. 10 million miles away. There's that flag right there. The orange and white striped flag, and then you got other ones.
It was this close, and I got out of going to Iraq, and you better believe when I would have been over there, I would have be in Iraq.
No questions asked, man. That's probably the only regret I really have in life that I didn't. I had a chance to go in, but I let other obstacles get in my way and blur my vision of really going in, because you're not going to meet somebody with more passion, more love for our servicemen than me. But that's just my only regret in life, that I probably ever go back and change, and that I would have invested in.
Next time we're together, then you'll buy me lunch.
Oh, absolutely.
That's great. That's absolutely awesome. Hoo-ah, 11 Bravo Infantry. My infantry brothers out there. Shout out to all the service members out there. We're going here. give me give me a projection. Give me a prediction on the Vanderbilt Tennessee.
Man, I'm gonna throw this out there. 56-10. Let's just roll with that.
56 to what?
56-10. 10.
10.
I think Juwan Jennings and Callaway's gonna have these boys fired up, and it's their last game in Neyland. I think the stadium's gonna be packed out. The crowd's gonna be rocking. It's a 4:00 game. The atmosphere in Knoxville is going to be electric. I've got prior arrangements, or I'd be back in Knoxville this weekend, but I've got prior arrangements and blow them out. We've got a lot of frustration built up against Vanderbilt the last few years, and we owe them a good ass stomping. So I think it's going to be this weekend.
Absolutely. I'm going to say Tennessee 42, Vanderbilt 26.
Whoa, so you're –
Yeah, I'm going to say Vanderbilt scores a late couple touchdowns, but for the majority of the game is probably
I want to see our boys pile it on from the kickoff, even dominate halftime. I'm talking go in the locker room, dominate halftime, come out. You know, I don't care what you got to do. Knock that Vandy quarterback on his back legally all game long, shut them down, finish this season out super strong, get this period over with in February, and let's look forward to 2020.
That's awesome, brother. Yes, absolutely. I think what we need to do too is we need to go back to the running game. We need to get some carries for Jordan. We need to get some carries for Chandler. Get Gray back in, and I'm rooting on would be those screen passes. He's like he throws a rocket. He get a little touch on those screen passes. But yeah, when the second and the third quarter comes around, it starts cooling down in the mountains. All of a sudden, Vanderbilt they start thinking more than they want to tackle. You know, they're like, oh boy, and then you take away their will. Because at the end of the day, that's what football is. With another man, it really is. All right, so wrap it up here. Let me get a couple predictions from you. Iron Bowl.
Auburn beats Alabama. Without a healthy Tua, I don't think Mac Jones is ready for that kind of defense Auburn's going to put out on. I'll say 24-16.
All right, I'm going to say with my heart, I'm going to say Auburn wins 10-9.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to say 10-9. All right, give me one time a year, folks, we say Warrior year. I've been saying it since I was a kid. Excuse me. Next prediction, LSU.
I'm going to take that upset too. I think LSU's going to overlook A&M towards Georgia, and A&M's a good football team, man. They're right there. I don't know what it is about A&M, but they're right there to go over the mountaintop, and when they get there, it's going to be a 30-27.
I want to say, actually, we want A&M to lose, but as college football fans, we'd like to see LSU lose to get things interesting. But they're SEC. You want them to go all the way. Well, there's only two teams I really pull. That's Tennessee first string and Tennessee second string, and then Auburn once a year. Anyway, we beat Georgia last week. It'd be a different game. So I'm going to say LSU 37, Texas A&M 10.
Wow, so you're basically sitting here telling me and telling the world that Ole Miss has a better offense than Texas A&M because Ole Miss put up 37 on LSU, man.
Well, here's the thing though, A&M has come off one heck of a schedule. I mean, they played some heavy hitters, and I think LSU can see the end just real close. That's just my prediction.
That's a good one. That's a good prediction.
Well, thank you, sir. Last prediction: Ohio State versus.
Man, I could give two shits about this game, but I hope Michigan beats them. I'm sick of it, man. You know, Harbaugh, he better win this football game. If he don't win this football game, he's gonna be skating on thin ice, man. He has to. He's got to take care of business Saturday. He's been there. 24-20. I mean,
okay.
I'm not even gonna watch that game. I don't really care about. You know,
you're not gonna get up at noon and watch the game.
I got a tournament, so I'm fishing this weekend. So I get off to work at 3 o'clock. As soon as I get in my truck, I'm Bluetooth in the Vol network, so I'll be ready to go. For that.
Are you going to get you?
That would make my year. Catch me a 10-pounder, then win the game Saturday. That'll make my year probably.
There we go. I'm going to say Michigan 24, Ohio State 20.
So we're close. We're close.
Yeah, we're close. All right, brother. Thank you for joining me and everybody out there in Vol Nation, Volunteer Road. You enjoy watching me and my boy David talk about Tennessee football, the foosball. Please I keep seeing that damn cat. Cat has ended up on every page in the world.
Yeah.
I think that cat is in New Guinea somewhere I don't know where, but that cat is everywhere. In every page I look, that cat is there. Please. So you love the video. I know you do. Absolutely. You got to love the video. Thanks for watching. This is the Volunteer Roadshow. I'm Jason. That's David. Have a ball-tastic day. Tennessee beats Vanderbilt as Tennessee goes on to play in the Gator Bowl against Iowa. Real quick, tell me what you think.
Oh, yeah.
David,
I think it's going to be a blowout Saturday. We owe it to them. They know it. They're the stepsisters. You know, I'm not even going to call them a stepbrother. They're the stepsisters of Tennessee. If anybody paid attention to their stadium, they probably didn't have 250 people there to support them at a home game. So if in Knoxville and try to pack our stadium out. So, but one more thing before we get off here, Jason, if you're a proud watcher of this channel, go over to the Volunteer Roadshow webpage and please donate to that GoFundMe, that Sound Strong Fund. Help out that loving family. They need as much as help as they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've donated a little bit. I got some fishing guys. They've donated also. So go, like I said, go to the Volunteer Roadshow Facebook page. There's a link in there that Bobby and Billy has set up. Click on the link. It'll take you right to the GoFundMe.com page. $5, folks. It's just $5. You know, if you can't even get $5, put this thing on for, it is for the fans, by the fans. So let's just show Bobby and that loving family, that needing family that we love them and we appreciate them.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful, brother. All right, my friend. Take care. Go Vols.
See you, brother.
See you soon.